Beautiful day, everyone. I am rocking my combo shirt today. I love this shirt. I love it so much. I love frogs. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get us a message today. I kept hearing the word prosperous, prosperity. I also hear proceed with caution, but prosperous. And you can be a prosperous in a lot of ways, but the type of prosperous that I'm pulling on today feels more like something that isn't going to end. It is not a fake prosperity. This type of prosperity comes from the truth. It comes from living in your truth, living in your authenticity, being honest no matter the cost. This is prosperous. Someone is truly rich in their soul, rich in their heart, rich in their mind. This is someone who is rich because they are prosperous with the truth. You are prosperous with truth, with honesty. You're not afraid to be yourself. You're not afraid to be honest. You're not afraid to be disliked. You're not afraid to be left or abandoned. The outcome of a situation or the outcome of things does not determine your authenticity. You are still authentic no matter what, and that is beautiful, and that's very rare. So pat yourself on the back if this is you already, if this resonates, because I can tell you you're a lot further ahead than most people, because the majority of people are living in illusion and they don't even know it. Prosperity. I'm also called to possibly do Zodiacs. I'm not sure which Zodiacs. I guess it depends on which one I'm supposed to do. But yeah, so I may do that. Even though you know my thing with Zodiacs, why I haven't been doing it is because we're not just all the way from Aries to Pisces. I mean, in another country, we're something completely different. So it's so hard to just get on the bandwagon with everyone else. You know what I mean? To be like the rest of society. Sure, is it what sells? Yeah. Do I have mouths to feed? Yeah. But at the same time, you also don't want to sell your soul. You know what I mean? You don't want to just do what sells. You don't want to just do what's easy. You don't want to just do what everyone's gravitating towards because you can. You don't want to just do something to do it or to gain money from it or prosperity. Do you see what I'm saying? Monetary prosperity. But I feel called to do some Zodiacs here in the near future, so whether I get them out today or whatever, just know I may be doing that soon. And I don't know if I'm going to do all 12. It's going to be whoever I'm drawn to. So stay open, and remember, it doesn't matter what sign you are, you can still watch it. We've talked about this before, but I want to touch base on it again. I'm adopted, and I will truly never know the exact time I was born. I was told when I was born, but then I found out it was a lie. So I don't know the exact time of my birth. It's not on my birth certificate. So therefore, I will never actually know my true birth chart, although I was led to believe that I did. I'll never actually know my true birth chart. I'll never actually know my exact rising sign or moon sign or the placement of this and this and this. And so does that make me less of anything? No. But it does give me a perspective to be able to share with you guys that you should always keep an open mind. Don't just gravitate to things because it says it's your zodiac sign. You have to remain open. The only thing I know for sure I am in Western astrology is an Aries because I was born under an Aries sun sign. But I'm also a dragon somewhere else and Pisces in another. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let's continue. So we may do Zodiacs later or a few. And I mean, we're not reading tarot. We're just going to channel. Also, love and well wishes to those in Maui, those in Hawaii, period. Those in Florida, those in Ohio, those in Michigan, those all around the world. Love and blessings and protection to all of us because we need it at this point. So we're talking prosperity today. Living in your truth. Being honest no matter the cost. Not being afraid of shame. There is no shame in your truth. Everyone has a past. We all learn lessons. We don't come with a manual saying, hey, let's flip through page 229. Let's see what we're supposed to do today. And, well, let's see. No, that's not the way it works. The way that it works in this life is, I mean, it's harsh. It's a harsh life, you know, and you live and you learn for the most part. And so you shouldn't worry about shame or cancellation. You shouldn't worry about being shadow banned or not being a favorite. You shouldn't worry about any of that. What you should worry about is living a lie and living in fear and being afraid to be yourself or let what you've done out there, because what will everyone say? It doesn't matter, but one thing you're not going to do is cower in the shadows and allow people to think that they can control the outcome of your future, of your prosperity. What makes you prosperous, what makes you rich is in here, okay? It starts here. Because if you build anything up out here, it's like building castles in the sky. That shit will crumble. It's just a matter of time, okay? It's all a cycle. So you want it to be built on a firm foundation, because everything that's not built on a firm foundation will fall. Ask me how I know. Anything else that is not real, anything else that does not matter and is not going to promote your authenticity, you have to get rid of it. And the way that you do that is strip away any of the lies, strip away any of the shame, anything that's covering it from coming out, anything that is keeping you hiding. Hiding is not love. It's not self-love. It's not authenticity. You want to live authentically, and you don't want people to paint your picture for you. You don't want anyone else to be your Picasso. You are your own Picasso. So we're going to keep going with this. Okay, so not being afraid of shame, honest no matter the cost. I posted something earlier today about Jim Carrey. I really like Jim Carrey. I like him. And look, he has a past. Everyone does. Like, it's a matter of what's he doing with it now. He doesn't want to just be what everyone wants him to be. The video I posted earlier of Jim Carrey when the shaman had taken him to the desert, and I think he was on a journey with ayahuasca, or maybe he was on mushrooms, I don't know, but he was on a psychedelic and he had a spiritual experience. I can speak from my own personal experience that those type of situations are really eye-opening. Now, you don't need mushrooms to awaken. You don't need ayahuasca to awaken. You don't need it. In fact, your breath, if you've ever done breath work, your breath, your very own breath, you, the life force inside of you, because you are your breath. Once your breath is gone, what? You're dead. So your breath can actually lead you to these places. If you do breath work for long enough, you can leave your body. You can see all kinds of things that you can't see when you're here. Your breath is the most potent, powerful thing that you have. Truly, it is a key to everything. It unlocks everything. So you don't really need ayahuasca, you don't need San Pedro, you don't need any of that, right? Or Bufo, or even combo. You don't need combo. Now, combo is less of, it's not really a psychedelic thing, it's more of a total body cleanse. It's a cleanse, and it's incredible, especially if you have parasites, and the majority of us do, or heavy metals in our body. And so combo is amazing, full of peptides. And if you haven't done research on combo, K-A-M-B-O, you should definitely consider it. It's amazing. I know not everybody can do combo. Not everybody qualifies for it. I think there are certain health factors for people who they can't do combo. But going back to Jim Carrey, it was really nice to see him live in his truth. All it took was a little journey on a mountain and some alone time, isolation. And that really is when you find yourself. It's when you're isolated. When you realize that none of this matters. And as I say almost every single day, not only does none of it matter, but all of it is temporary. And we don't like hearing that. See, people get scared. There's nothing to be scared of. It's a truth. You shouldn't be scared of it. You should just be aware of it. That nothing here stays. Nothing lasts here on this planet. Nothing except for your soul. And your soul will go on. But the rest of it, everything else that you can perceive is gone. It is gone and it will be gone. So this whole message today is about living in your authentic truth, no matter the cost, no matter the loss, no matter the judgment, no matter anything. Because you got to consider who's judging you, right? Half the people who are judging you are still asleep. They don't understand you because they haven't gone through it themselves. Eventually something will click if it's meant to. Most of them will not wake up. Some of them will. And when I say wake up, I mean realize what this really is all about. And in order to do that, you need isolation, you need humility, you need shame, you need loss, you need awakening, you need to be able to stand in your truth and stand prosperous in that. And it doesn't matter to what the naked eye looks like, right? It doesn't matter, because to the naked eye, if you have a lot of things, it looks like you're prosperous. But the soul itself is ever perfect. It's ever abundant, never without. So what you lose out here is only an illusion. And what you lose out here opens space for more awareness to occur in here, for you to see yourself more. When you are surrounded by all these things and all these identities in this reality, and you know, I've got this person as my partner, and I've got this job, and this title is, this is who I am. And I used to be so proud to say, I am a tarot reader, I am a psychic, I am this, you know. I own this home, I own this car, I paid for my own surgery, I am this. And it's like, you can be all of those things, and all of those things can be taken away in a moment, because it is not real, and it is not true prosperity. True prosperity lies within. Less is in fact more. And it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you, because they're all on their own journey too. And like I said, the majority of them do not see. There used to be a song that we sang in choir. What was it? It was like, let not your heart be troubled. It's actually a Bible verse, but it must have been turned into a song because we sang it in choir. It's a Bible verse, John 14:27. But it's definitely been turned into a song because we sang it in choir. I'll never forget it. We had these, some of you maybe you sing, or choir could be significant here. I'm also seeing Sister Act. Sister Act, which they were nuns.
Hail Mary, what's up?
And you remember Whoopi Goldberg. Now, that's such a funny movie, Sister Act. They were nuns, but you remember how she was before she became a nun. But she came up in there as a nun and changed everything, and people loved her because she was so full of life. But she wasn't your typical nun, but she had a wealth of knowledge from life experience to be able to help other people, and they in turn were able to help her in their way. But she wasn't your typical nun, although she was perfect for the job. She was perfect for the position of that nun. Even though I think she was being protected, right? She was being protected under being a nun. Think about it. Her as a nun, whoever was chasing her, or was it like a mob? I don't know, but they couldn't get to her being a nun. She was kind of protected. She was in a place where they couldn't have access to her. So maybe this is relevant here for somebody. It's like someone can't have access to you, or the people on the outside can't have access to you. Or maybe it's whatever your soul is pursuing, that the outside people in the world, or the sleeping people of the world, they can't have access to you. So there is going to be separate energy, and they are going to fall away. But going back to that, as Sister Act, the movie, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. In Sister Act, Whoopi Goldberg was a nun. That's what I'm seeing in my head. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Wow. So John, or maybe someone's name is John. John 14:27. John chapter 14 verse 27 talks about God's kind of peace. Now, whether or not you believe in God or whatever, I'm not talking religion here. I'm just talking what I'm picking up in this message, what I'm channeling. And I'm channeling this song. It was a song in choir, but it's also a Bible verse. That's probably where the song came from. Listen, whatever falls away, let it fall. As long as you are prosperous in your soul, as long as you live in your truth, it doesn't matter the shame. It doesn't matter. It's actually a blessing, okay? Less is more in the spiritual world. It's more. Whoopi Goldberg in the movie Sister Act, she had to lose a complete identity. And that was very hard for her. She had to reshift everything. She ended up bringing a whole new vibe. And not only that, but she was able to touch the souls of other people that otherwise may not have been touched, because they had kind of went through struggles that she could relate to that the other nuns could not relate to. I think Lauren Hill, or Lauren could be here. Lauren Hill was also in the movie. She did so good. I love Lauren Hill. But that was an incredible movie, and it has something to do with this message here. I'm going to keep this one short today because I'm going to try to get whatever zodiac I'm supposed to get. And remember, don't hang on the zodiacs, guys. You can cross-watch anything. You can watch anything. The zodiacs don't matter. In fact, none of it really matters. It's all something that was stamped on us the moment that we came through this existence. As soon as you came through this existence, whether you came through a belly or you came through a vagina, As soon as you popped out and you came here, you were stamped like cattle. You had a specific DNA, right? You had a very important and personalized fingerprint just for you. Okay, so you had that. You had a color that was stamped on you. You were colorized. Then they had to take note of who the mom and the dad was. Basically, as soon as you came through, it's like, who was the manufacturer? What is the characteristics of this being? This is their identity, and you're like stamped and slid on down the line to just grow up and assume that shape. But you didn't get to choose that. You were just classified as that. As you grow with the aging body that you are inside of, you are allowed to awaken to the fact that you have free will and that you came here to choose your own identity and your truth. And when your truth says, I no longer wish to appeal to the sleeping masses, I no longer wish to do everything that everyone else is doing, I no longer want to be a programmed robot in this world, you're going to lose. But when this happens, you will also gain yourself back. Because in fact, you never left, you never lost yourself, just like Whoopi Goldberg in the movie Sister Act. Whoopi Goldberg never lost herself. In fact, she only had just become to realize she wasn't at all the person that she had been portraying herself to be, or that she had thought that she was. It wasn't like she was living a lie, she was just living a way. And when she realized there was another way of living and being, where she could be her authentic self, where she didn't have to live in fear, where her life didn't have to be full of chaos, where she had very much less than she had in the life before, but she had so much more because she had her power back. She knew who she was. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.